This, my friends, is Geekom A5, and it is my first ever mini PC. I never owned one cause I never thought I would need one, but now when I have one, my perspective has changed slightly. People say these mini PCs are perfect emulation companions, and that's what this video is all about emulation and gaming on this mini PC. So let's get cracking. The popularity of these mini PCs are on the rise. No wonder why. They are tiny, powerful, and thus very appealing. Simple as. All you need is keyboard, mouse and monitor and you are good to have some fun. So let's have some fun, shall we? I've plugged it all in, set it all up. Windows 11 Pro came pre-installed. Then I've plugged in this illegal 2TB M.2 SSD full of games that I reviewed recently, and to my surprise, before I launched any game, the PC just switched off. It just gave up on me. You wanna hear my genuine reaction? Loosely translated into, this shit is hot as hell. Then I realized I haven't heard fans spinning for the whole time. With a bit of troubleshooting and disassembling, I found the culprit. Unplugged cable. What? Yes indeed, I received it with Unplugged Fan Cable. Company wanted me not to tell you, but we value honesty in here and I'm telling you. The 3000 views on this video are not gonna make any difference anyway. And it's not something they should be ashamed of. Errors happen, there is 3-year warranty for that. But what matters is that the company's customer service was very prompt to help me out, which is very important cause you don't want to deal with companies that are taking piss, you know. This company is not like that, they care about their customers. Also huge thanks to them for sending it over for honest review, it's greatly appreciated. So the cable is plugged back in, and now let's game. First game I've tried was Spiderman Remastered, which is pretty recent game, and surprisingly it was running very good. And for me it was more than playable, but I'm not that demanding gamer. There is a Ryzen 7 5800H CPU inside with Vega 8 graphics and 32 gigs dual channel DDR4 RAM. These numbers never revealed much to me, therefore I needed to try another game, this time Elden Ring. Also quite recent game and also more than playable. I was amazed, you know, cause I always thought you need a proper dedicated GPU for this kind of AAA stuff, but you don't. You're absolutely fine even with integrated GPU. I started to read a bit more about specifications, 8 cores, 16 threads, up to 4.4 GHz, Zen 3 architecture. Then suddenly I realized it's like a beefed up Steam Deck. There's also AMD Zen 2 architecture, and I gotta say, these AMD chips are progressing so fast and they have excellent price to performance ratio, unlike, you know, Intel. I have also tried some other games like GTA 5, Witcher 3, Cuphead. All were running seamless. I completely forgot I can even adjust settings to lower details for better performance. You gotta excuse me, I'm a handheld gamer. But I didn't really need it anyway, so it was all set at default. GPU was usually running at 100% and CPU usage was much lower. The performance of these latest titles was incredible and it have really blew my mind. But what about emulation? Is it also as enjoyable? You bet it is. Wii U Emulation, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Super Mario 3D World, Mario Kart 8, all running at 60 FPS, here and there some slowdown, but nothing major. Just wanna mention that these emulation drives are very cool, even in these use case scenarios, because you don't need to install any emulators yourself directly on your PC. It is all on the drive, plus the ROMs are also taking up space on the drive, not on your internal SSD. So it's useful to have it separately in my opinion. The drive can be easily powered by plugging it into USB. There are 4 USBs on the mini PC, plus 2 USB-C and 2 HDMIs. So you can output to 4 monitors simultaneously. There is also headphone jack, wired Ethernet and SD card reader. You can see all the detailed specs right now on the screen. You can easily disassemble it and upgrade RAM, M.2 SSD, or you can even add extra 2.5-inch SSD. There is enough space for it inside the case. They even ship it with VESA mount, so you can attach it to the rear side of your monitor or display. Switch emulation is solid. Breath of the Wild around 27 FPS at 1x resolution. Link's Awakening around 54 FPS. Tears of the Kingdom around 42-45 FPS. Super Mario Odyssey 54. I've enjoyed this emulation a lot. Again, I had bit issues with setting up the controls, but slowly I'm getting better at it. All these emulators have pretty straightforward and similar control panels and options, so the more I'm using it, the more hassle-free the process is becoming. Next, I've tried PS3 emulation. This one was a bit of a mixed bag, but I think that was my fault. There were not many games to try out on the drive. I've tried God of War Collection. FPS was good, but the audio was messed up and I wasn't able to fix it. Catherine, full speed, 30 FPS with normal audio. God of War 3, audio was messed up. Cutscenes were running at 60 FPS, but the menu like 2 FPS. I'm sure many PS3 games would be playable if you wouldn't be like me and you would actually sit down first and read compatibility list with recommended settings and patches for the best experience. I'll be adding more games and I'll do some more testing. Subscribe to not miss out, and let's move on to PlayStation 2. I was trying to push it as much as I could. 4x native resolution, Burnout 3, 60 FPS. I've never seen this game to look any better than this. Absolute blast. I mean, I'm sure it can get even better than this with a proper PC, but what's the best thing about all of this is that it all runs from this tiny box. You don't need anything else besides controllers and display, of course. Resident Evil 4 was running a bit slower at 4x, so I put it down to 3x resolution and no issues at all. That means, like usually, every game has different requirements. You won't be able to play everything at 4x. Gamecube via Dolphin, Battalion Wars at 4x resolution, also no issues, 30 FPS. Metroid Prime 2 Ecos, also 4x, 60 FPS. Okay, now to my final thoughts. I do really like this mini PC. It exceeded my expectations and it pleasantly surprised me. I haven't expected this kind of performance, especially considering its price. Right now you can get it for around £380 or $400, which is by no means cheap, but I still vividly remember the high prices I was facing when I was trying to get decent laptop from used market. In the end, it costed me 350 quid, but the specs and performance are nowhere near as good as this. Yeah, I know, I still need to supply monitor and keyboard, but still I feel like this cool device will serve me good, not just for gaming, but for productivity as well. Seems like an ideal editing machine, plus it might be good for streaming too. I haven't made a live stream for a while, what do you think? Thanks for watching, hope this video helped you to gain more knowledge. More videos are coming, thanks to members and Patreons for support. Like, subscribe, join. До скакавения, приятеля!